Alrighty, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Simtrax Broadcasting, coming in a little bit late here tonight as we continue fighting this one on. Right now I'm noticing a couple things are a little off track here, but we'll be A-okay, and we'll continue to rock along with it. Right now I'm looking at Matthew George, Cody Height, and all our guys here in the front. Stella, can you give us a little tune-in here of what in the world is going on out here?
Yes, tonight we are at North Wilkesboro. We are at the All-Star race for NORA, for NORA Racing League, and this is the open race, which means not our All-Star champs. They're off to the side working on their heat races tonight. And what you'll be watching here will be the trial to see who will come in first and second, and then we also will have a person chosen by the voters to come in and also join the All-Star race, which will be our main event this evening.
All right, well, glad to see that. And right now it looks like Adam Kulikowski got in a little bit of a wreck there to cause our first caution, unfortunately. Right now we're going to have 60 laps for this shootout as we get these guys ready to go back under green. Pace truck lights are off. We're getting ready to go here, Stella. So far, so good out of all our guys here who are up in the front. So they're going to try to hold on to as the Sunny D machine for Cody Height gets out front. Looks like that 84 Chevrolet is trying to fight his way around Kyle Rochelle, having a little bit of trouble there as they go almost 3 wide here with the 69 of Jacob Malone. Malone trying to see if he can sneak his way around, but the 48 of Dylan Banks is blocking him off. Now, if we remember a little bit earlier in the week, if you remember of Saturday, right now the 1-2 beat may be Dylan Banks. He had the setup, and he's looking to definitely make a repeat run here tonight.
Yeah, I watched him in practice a little bit this evening, and he was doing a number on that track, but he was doing a little bit of a number on too. But yeah, look at Jacob Malone. He is coming up hard.
Yeah, both of them up front. Dylan Banks now slides into that second spot, and he is trying to run down Kyle Rochelle now. 69 machine to Jacob Malone, taking a look here toward the outside. I haven't found many drivers with a whole lot of success to that outside line, but he is finding some as he gets around Cody Height and clears him here. Right now he's going to try to definitely tuck down. Oh, he snaps loose, slams into the wall on 2. We're going to have to see if that's going to cause any sort of damage to the front end of that car. I know definitely before the safety barrier walls, check out the damage to the right front here.
That is rough. He definitely did some reupholstery too, and is going to need a new paint job on that right side. All
right, moving on through. Right now we are still looking at Jacob Malone, who was battling for third, now drops down to 7th. Now he's going to be he's going to be in some trouble here, seeing 55. Kevin Gunther was taking a look. And now Matthew George to the inside. And I would probably say this might be for Jacob Malone's night here, as he is losing a ton of speed, dead last now. He's going to be behind Adam Kulikowski. Right now he could definitely use a caution here to try to get into the pits and get some much-needed repairs done. He's coming in.
I think he's going to go ahead, just come in, bite the bullet. You can't be laster than he is now. Get it fixed up and fight back.
Yep, well, we'll see if he can continue through. Right now, that's still going to be a hard hill to climb up here. Let's rotate on back to Jake Christenberry. Christenberry in the 93 Toyota. You see him there on the outside with the 19 Chevrolet of Brady Moats to the inside. Moats still having some connection problems here, but the 19 Chevrolet seems to be tacking up and staying on track here. So far, so good. But 2 black and red cars side by side, and Christenberry takes him out here.
He blew it. He spun so fast, he blew his paint right off.
Yeah, he definitely took them both out there. Looks like Jake Christenberry in the Coca-Cola 93 gets spun out here, and we saw that live time. Let's take another look at it here. Yeah, hate to see that happen right now. Brady Moats not going to be happy about the contact that he received here from Christenberry.
All right. Well, that is our second caution, actually.
Yes, we had to make a slight adjustment here, Stella.
Right.
Cody Height actually working his way down pit. So is Kevin Gunther. He's working his way down. Jacob Malone still dealing with a boatload of damage here. Moats and Christenberry joining as well. Right now, this is perfect timing here for Dylan Banks. Banks doesn't seem to be afraid of being able to go all the way without having to pit, but still with a 60% fuel limit, that's going to be a little bit tough here, seeing that these guys are going to toss it back and forth here. Here for the night. Now, Stella, North Wilkesboro, this being a tough track, a little flatter than normal, does have some decent banking as we can see them entering turn number 3 here. Talk to me a little bit about this track and kind of what sets this one apart from the rest.
Well, this track is one of the originals. It was built back in 1947. It's I consider it a legacy track. It started doing NASCAR. It was one of the first debut tracks for Bill France Sr. in 1949. But like you say, it's not as steeply banked. It's turns of 13 degrees, straights of 3 degrees. Yeah, it's a cool old track, and it's been closed a couple times, opened a few more times, and we're enjoying it tonight.
Well, due to some finally oddly placed funding there for COVID, it looks like this one got revamped and back out there going for it. Right now, Jay is out there calling for Jake Christenberry and Brady Moats to be right Stenhouse and Bush Part 2. I think Kyle Busch took quite a shot to the face there. I think some fans say he probably deserved that one, but I think there was a decent retaliation time. I don't know. I think that may have been actually one of the first ones there, Stella. I might have sided with Kyle Busch on the spin. Definitely some nasty moves. Got him out of shape, put him into the wall. Hopefully we don't see much of that here tonight. Driver's still single file here, as most guys did look like they took tires here, about 14.23 for most drivers. Moats took 24.32. Looks like he may not have suffered as much damage.
Yeah.
And neither did Christenberry.
Yeah, Christenberry popped in, popped out, so he's got a good body crew.
Yep. As they pull the fenders off the wheels here, look like everybody's going to double stack. Kulikowski will move himself up to the 6th spot here. That's going to be pretty well for him. To see him slicing back through.
Both he and Moschel are up 5 places from where they started.
Yeah. Not too bad here. Dylan Banks will be starting in that number 2 spot. I don't know about you guys. I know there's a little bit of weather coming through. About the middle of America here. Kind of reaching over to the eastern side. So a little bit of hiccups here. And right now we see, whoa, nice shot off the line here by Kyle Rochelle. Looks like we got a blinker somewhere here in the middle. Looks like, yeah, that's Harville. Harville's there and not.
Yeah, Corey Harville's doing his disappearing act. Yeah, tonight we won't see Blake Hoppy because he's out because of these storms going through Iowa.
Yeah, as we take a look back off Dylan Banks' rear here, looking at Corey Harville. He's there and he's not. The Coors Light machine having a lot of connection problems. RC will be up in the booth taking a watch and looking at all this happening out there. We'll definitely see if this causes any sort of trouble. But side by side, shot for the lead here. Dylan Banks drops down to the bottom. 27 of Kyle Rochelle working for Late Apex Racing here. Looks like he's going to fall victim to Dylan Banks as he makes a clean pass halfway through lap number 24. Shoots through 3 and 4, unable to make a good crossover here, but I guarantee you Dylan Banks staying in 4th is going to work, as I believe the Sunny D machine didn't wake up so good this morning as he is into the wall.
Oh, and hard, so it caused a caution.
Yep, let's take another look at it here. Get up top. Let's see. Moats. All right, not too bad. Looks like Moats just a little clip there, and you definitely see how these next-gen cars treat each other. Just a little nudge, and guys are flying all over the track, so that's going to cause a little more trouble here for our guys here in the front. As right now, Dylan Banks finally completes the pass, gets up front. Kulikowski and Cody Height working their way down pit now. Height definitely trying to get some damage fixed. I would say Jacob Malone has returned.
All right. How's that right look now?
Now, I guarantee he fixed it. It looks like it's sitting down pretty well now, so I don't see any substantial damage there.
Okay. A little paint, I suppose. Looking good.
Yeah, right now this is going to be pretty awesome here. Stella, is anything based on a fan vote here?
Yes. Now the top 2 finishers from this Open will go into the All-Star main event, which will follow this race immediately following. Then there will be one fan vote from, well, fan vote. I think some of the drivers got to vote, et cetera, et cetera. And one person is selected to also join the top 2 people.
Alrighty. We'll see how that goes. Right now, I'm waiting to see if the Powerade machine of Matthew George can fight his way up to the front here. He is fortunately sitting in 4th, but still a little bit of work left to do. Got a mess of Toyotas here in this heat. Right now with Harville, Hendrickson, Kevin Gunther, Jake Christenberry, and Adam Kulikowski. Right now, those Toyotas are going to be looking to charge forward and do a great job here tonight. Stella, this has been a couple of guys out here looking to make it happen as Jay is rooting on Dylan Banks out there. Banks still leading this race. And I guarantee you, we're not going to see any shifting out of that number 48. 4th gear definitely seemed to be his go-to. And he hung out in that gear, never shifted other than having to get off a couple of restarts here. So this is going to be still a awesome job here.
Yeah, I was listening in during practice, and he was saying he's been working on this track, and that he's really loving this track, and he can actually start lapping people on this track. So he's going to be the one to watch.
All right. We'll see how it goes. Jacob Malone sitting down about 9 laps now. He's going to be fighting his way back to the front. Green flag imminent. Pace truck lights are off. We'll be back under green here in just a moment. To get lap number 30 started halfway. There it is. Alrighty, Dylan Banks out front to a fantastic start here. Matthew George looks like he's got his hands full. 43 machine to the outside. Hendrickson has been a little bit of trouble this season as he's been making contact with a few drivers, but it looks like the 43 Toyota Celsius machine is going to stay in his line. Excellent job here. But as the tires aren't tacking up so well for Matthew George, Hendrickson moves up to 3rd, and he's going to pull away. Now, George back under fire here with Kevin Gunther. Gunther to the outside. 55 Toyota doesn't make a full clear here. As right now, Matthew George would like to swing higher toward the wall here. He may have to use a little bit more track to get closer to him so he can get a better turn entry. He does right there and drags it through. Unfortunately, only gets about half a car in front of him here, and Gunther still holding this outside line. And Stella, this battle for 4th looking really good.
It is. I'm watching right now what Cody Height is going to choose to do. Is he going to move? Well, he took his choice right away from him. He's going to be following George.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing here. George did make the good move. Right now, Gunther did make a crossover, unable to complete, but now Gunther's going to be under fire by Cody Height. Height, because of the last caution here, he's going to be trying to slide around the outside, as unfortunately he slid to the outside wall of 4 by a little bump there from Moats. Moats is right now hanging out in 8th behind Christenberry, and those two have been caused into caution. So Stella, right now, our drivers sitting 5th, 7th, 8th, and 9th are the cause of our cautions here tonight. And we've just been dealing with a whole bunch of problems out there on the track. But this is North Wilkesboro. Not a whole lot of room to move, not a whole lot of banking to kind of rope these cars in. And these next gens are really showing off what they can do. And right now, the guy with the setup is Dylan Banks, the one sitting here in the number 1 spot.
Yeah, he's doing well and starting to leave him in the dust. He's over a second ahead at this point in time.
Yeah, well, we're going to see if he can continue that on. Let's rotate back here to Christenberry. It looks like he just gets a fender on the 55. Going to have to dive bomb into 3 here and kind of send it in there, not allowing Gunther to rotate down. 24 to go. Get to the line. Barney starting to kind of watch his stopwatch here to make sure we're going to make it in time with a few cautions that we've had here. Right now, Christenberry getting a little loose here on the inside, and Moats almost setting himself up for another bump and run here. As you can see, the damage still remains on the front nose of Brady Moats.
Yes, it does, but he's not taking any prisoners. It doesn't. Oops! Wow, down onto the grass.
Yeah, Kulikowski making that shot to the inside. Looked like he had a little bit of traction there and was going to make it. But didn't look like it as the 55 of Kevin Gunther goes around. No caution should be coming out as he did not come into traffic, nor did he make contact with anybody. Staying under green, 22 to go.
I learned about the backwards one too.
Oh, yeah. Well,
looking
let's
good.
take a look at our track map here. As you can see, the 55 who just spun out, the 48 is about half a track away. So right now, Gunther's got to be on his best behavior for the remainder of this race if we do not go under caution again. Let's check back in on Matthew George, who's still holding on to his lucky number 4 out there. Fourth place for him as you see him snugging up behind Dakota Hendrickson. I guarantee you we'd love to see a podium position here tonight.
Oh yeah, it would behoove him in everything. Now, whether these count in the points, sorry, that was an interesting move they had there. If these if this placement counts in the points or not, I am not terribly sure.
Yeah, well, this is going to be many, many deals of them trying to fight around here, and whether or not they're going to be able to squeak on by, as we can already see a little trouble here from Cody Height. Height now looking here on the high side as Hendrickson drops down from 3rd to 5th. George gets into 3rd. Now Cody Height is our 4th place driver, and he is making it work. Right now, this is a very, very gutsy call here, and seeing how he is doing it, I'm quite impressed here, Stella. Too many people are fighting back and forth here trying to make it on through, but man, oh man, how are they going to definitely hold on to the end? As you can see, many of these guys just don't have what it takes, and especially the way Dylan Banks is driving here tonight.
Well, how to get around him? I think that that would be the question of the evening.
Yeah, and that's going to be very touchy here, as right now we've got a couple of other guys out there still making a shot right now. This is Matthew George kind of butting up behind Kyle Rochelle here, and they're almost 1, 2, 3. The number 1 guy, of course, is gone right now, about 16 to go. He has left these guys by almost 3 seconds. Yep, now he just broke past the 3-second mark, and we are side by side here for right now. That is position number 2. Right now, Matthew George is coming alive here. Outside line, clears Kyle Rochelle. Right now, the good teammate right now is Cody Height, as Height is trying to run him down here. Height now to the outside, and he has made it clear here of the 27. So far, so good here, Stella, as most of these drivers out there are staying on the track and staying tacked up. I don't see any loose drivers slinging around, but oddly enough, I believe Corey Harville is our first driver out of the race.
Yes, I do see that he is taking it to the garage for the evening.
Yeah, and many guys are trying to figure out if that is going to be, it's almost 3 wide there. Right now, Christenberry almost sends it to the inside of Hendrickson, and Kyle Rochelle. Rochelle been falling off here lately. Christenberry gives a good nudge to the 43, and right now, looks like 2 Toyotas trying to mash each other up here. Christenberry's getting a little tired of that 43 here, and this is right now, we are watching 4th through, I believe, 7th place as these guys are mushing each other together here, waiting to find a seam. Christenberry, boom, back shot to the back here. Christenberry underneath again, and you see Moat still giving Kyle Rochelle. So I think these 2 guys are almost working together to cause a wreck. Moat sends it 3 wide, heads dead center. Does not pan out. Hendrickson squeezes out. Now Moats is in the middle between Christenberry and Rochelle. Rochelle doing nothing but going backwards right now. He is sitting now down to 7th. Let's get back up here to Christenberry, where it finally slows down, and Hendrickson sits 4th, Moats 5th. Christenberry is now 6th, and the battle rages on here as Christenberry is trying to follow Moats around and put Hendrickson back at least 2 more places to snug him in the 6th.
Yeah, it's looking good. I do have an update on Corey Harville. It says the blinking just wouldn't let up, so he decided to go ahead and pull it to the garage.
All right, good teamwork there, and really appreciate him looking out for that. That is also looking out for other drivers out there as well. Right now, as we take a look here at the 27 of Kyle Rochelle, Christenberry caught on the high side here. Don't know if that was quite planned by Christenberry. He's going to unfortunately lose not 1, but possibly 2 places as Adam Kulikowski moves his way up. Kulikowski, blocked here by Kyle Rochelle. Rochelle works his way on down the backstretch, 93 in tow, and now that means Adam Kulikowski is going to slow down just a hair. Right now, Kulikowski going to have to check up a little bit. Christenberry trying to take another shot at this, as we only have 7 laps left to go. Christenberry trying to really work it here.
Yeah, looking good. But I'll tell you, Banks is still out there, way in the front. He's not letting up. I mean, you know that he's got this pretty much 3.5 seconds ahead, and but he's continuing to pull away. He's not giving any giving any slack.
I wouldn't either. You definitely got to not take anything for granted. As you can see, Christenberry trying to work here on the inside of Dakota Hendrickson. Hendrickson still holding solid out there, but Christenberry looking a little loose here. Hendrickson wants to cut down, but Kulkowski cuts him off. Kyle Rochelle still battling back here in 8th, trying to get around. Kevin Gunther hugs in 9th. Right now, that is Jacob Malone you see slicing on around, and so far, so good. Looks like everybody calming down here just a little bit as Christenberry gets out front. Let's check back in on Cody Height and George. They're separated by about half a second here, and it is starting to grow as George pulls away. So that means Christenberry is the closest person to a driver here at the moment. Yeah, Stella, we still have a lot of guys out here trying to figure out if this is going to be their race here tonight. Many guys have questioned back and forth whether this is going to be the race of the season here, as they want to come away with a little something and the bragging rights. Many, I've got to say, all-star race, normally they kind of battle back and forth via points. They battle back, being able to, get away with money is actually what the race is for, especially in the real-life ones. But we are looking here at the checkered flag. Dylan Banks is coming to the line, and he's got it. Boy, oh boy, if there's one thing this guy can do is win. Go ahead, say it, no matter what.
No, I was just looking, and our top 4 tonight are all going to be Chevys, followed by 3 Toyotas and a spattering of everyone else.
Yeah, this has definitely been a fantastic run, though. It definitely well-deserved, as it definitely works its way away, and these guys definitely battled very well all the way here toward the end. Banks, Matthew George, and Cody Height 1, 2, and 3 as we keep going. All right. Waiting to see how this goes. So, Stella, what happens next from here?
From here, we will be collecting the rest of the All-Stars who have been running at the heat race, and we will go to the main event.
All righty.
So let's get ready to race.
All righty, everybody, hold on just a moment. Let's go try to collect our guys, and we'll be right back.
I'm sorry, I'm really out of it. I have no...
You've got to stop talking. I really need you to stop. Just please stop for a second. All righty, everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging on there as we transfer rooms to get this main event started here tonight. We have a couple technical difficulties. I assure you, they're in a place where we're not having trouble here, but we are definitely going to continue fighting through it. Let's take a look at our race info first, as I want to take a look at our main event. Is 120 laps. Stage will stop at 60. We'll be at a 60% fuel limit. Of course, 2 sets of tires down in pit, and you wouldn't believe who's in the car. But we're going to take a gamble whether it's going to be Jacob Gladelick or Cody Height out there. One of them is RC, and one of them's in the car, so we'll definitely see how that goes. I'm a little concerned here about the track temperature sitting about that 83-degree mark. That's going to be nasty. It's going to take a while for these guys' tires to get tacked up out there, and that's going to be a very, very difficult thing to have them get, to really make happen, to stay tacked up, get around the track, be fast, and make it work. All right, let's get started on our starting grid here for tonight, as Josh Conover and Blade Timmons will start 1 and 2. Vincent Arthur sits third next to Ryan Patty. Starting row number 3 will be Dustin Kleba and Tim Harper. Cody Reeder sits 7th next to Cody Smith. And yeah, one spelled with a K, one spelled with a C. Nick Geilis will be in 9th next to Dylan Banks. Banks, you saw how fast he was in the last run. Let's see how he does. And that moves us to Jacob Malone, who sits in 11th. Right now, I'm showing him in 11th out there, Stella. That's probably because I'm not showing. Right now, I am missing a driver out here. Right now, I believe Tim Harper is showing not on the track.
Ah, okay. Because he should be sitting in the 6th spot. Okay. He's on the grid 6th. Okay.
Yeah, well, we're going to see as they kind of shuffle it through here a little bit. Stella, Blade Timmons, one of the faster drivers out here, especially in this circuit. Has definitely made it work from time to time, working his way up to the front. But I've got to say, this guy right here is going to be one to be dealt with. I'm wondering if right now one of our faster guys out here can catch him. Dylan Banks sitting 7th. He's going to try to work his way up to the front. We are under green. 120 laps we've got loaded up for this one. Conover looking to make a quick break, as he has the inside favorable line here. Vincent Arthur getting loose. Arthur holds on to the car, though. It definitely doesn't swing up and smack into Ryan Patty in the 56 Toyota. Not too many Toyotas transferred here, as right now Cody Smith's in the number 20 Toyota. He's fighting here back in that 6th, 7th spot. Right now he's bumping doors here with Cody Reeder. Right now Reeder getting a little Home Depot swipe to the side of his Venku machine. But we keep going up front, where I see right now Blade Timmons can't seem to get a good line here. If he was starting down on the bottom, he might have a chance, but right now I'm not seeing it.
And if he's not careful, he's, gonna
there we
tap
go.
out with Arthur. And we do not have a caution.
Yep, right there. We are not going to go ahead and broadcast that voice. I guarantee you he's probably giving somebody a piece of his mind. All right, let's keep going here. Right now, I'm seeing Arthur down by 9 seconds here. Times on the track sitting about 18 and a half seconds is what they're running, and now I see Blade Timmons coming down.
Now, is he coming down for drive-through or something for the last thing, or did he get some real damage from that contact?
Now, I don't think Blade Timmons was the one who made contact there with Vincent Arthur. Double check and take another peek at it here and see if we can see what happens to Vincent Arthur on the top side. I thought Ryan Patty nudged him here. Right there. Yep, so a little scrub there with Blade Timmons. Timmons looks like he may have suffered a drive-through here. He did not enter the pit box, so 18 seconds driving through pit, and that's going to pretty much destroy his night. He's got to work his way back to the front. See how he does. Ryan Patty now sitting 2nd. Only 8 laps into this one, and we got a little bit of beef going on out there.
But take a look who is in 4th at this point. Mr. Malone in the 69 Ford.
Yes. Yeah, Jacob Malone, his Ford was doing pretty well. During the warm-ups, he wasn't doing so hot. During the last heat, he wasn't doing so hot. So right now, I'm interested to see if Jacob Malone has made some sort of an adjustment for him to work on the lower side of the track. That car is not working out very well high side.
Well, you guys may also be wondering if he was doing that in the open and was not having practice. How is he here? Well, he is here by the fan vote this evening. Everyone wanted to see him out here racing. So they voted, I mean, like 40 more votes than anyone else. So he's out here giving it a shot. And right now he's moved into third.
Yeah, not bad, is he? He's trying to hold on to third. Cody Reeder really working that outside line. Swipes down, triangulates the turn, makes it, and clears it. But not so fast, as Jacob Malone's going to try to send it here into the turn 3 again. Pulls through, not bad. He's almost got him. Half a car length ahead here at the line. Not too fast. Conover starting to pull away by a second and a half, but it makes you scratch your head. Where in the world is Dylan Banks?
True, and I was just seeing some smoke, so that makes me a little worried we had something happen.
Yeah, we did. We had something happen. Checking back on Nick Geilis here in the number 3 Chevrolet. This is him smoking.
Okay.
A little loose, no harm, no foul, but that does allow Blade Timmons with the drive-through penalty here, down up in the 10th. So Geilis still churning on through. Showing movement out of Tim Harper out there.
We do. Little 14 laps down, but we do. He's moving.
Yep, right now Dylan Banks sitting 6th, Cody Smith 7th, and Matthew George in 8th. Still trying to slice their way up to the front here. You see George almost go ahead and bump the rookie Cody Smith out there. And now Smith has got his work cut out for him here.
Jay's helping you out. You were asking where's Banks, and he says 6th.
Yeah, as he was definitely working on it here. Lap 15 underway. Should be complete here in just a moment as Josh Conover clears that line. Notice how he's starting to kind of rock around this track without any fight out there.
Well, he was the one who won the heats earlier, so he seems to have been doing his homework and getting out here on the track.
Still battling through right now. I know Conover would love to get a win here. Add some more to the bragging rights of his season so far, which he's had actually an awesome season.
And I have an update. Blade Timmons
Blade.
had a drive-through for jumping the start.
Jumping the start.
Just that was the update I just received.
Okay. We'll see how that goes. We'll kind of let RC do their thing. I wasn't sure if you were able to make a jump to start if you were leading the starting the race. Wasn't there a guy on the lead, or was he starting second?
He was starting second. Josh Conover was
okay. First caution.
Oh no.
Yep, that looks like contact with the wall too. Take a look at Cody Smith. Caution here on lap number 19. Oh, George! No!
Wait. This isn't that kind of race.
Well, it did look like he backed up that turn a good bit there. Cody Smith may be getting a little too hot. Looks like you see how he's up a little higher. George getting a fantastic run there and kind of nudges him. Sends him on around. Hits the Holly Farms wall there. All right, pit stops underway. Kleba, Vincent Arthur, and Cody Reeder. This may give Vincent Arthur another chance here. Remember from that first spin out he had.
He is gonna have to boogie woogie though. That's
pretty crazy. They still do choose cone in the All-Star race. So, Stella, what is your take on the choose cone out there? You know, it could help somebody. It could bond teams together. It could also put you in one of the worst spots that you never want to be in.
Yes, I'm not a fan, just personally. I don't, if I'm running in fourth, or sixth, and the next thing I know, I was going to be in my chosen outstanding. I'm going to have my inside line. I'm going to be second back, and the next thing you know, you're 6 places behind them. So I don't know. I'm not. It really shuffles it up. A lot of people lose what they've gained, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, but it also kind of throws back to the restarts is how they used to do it. Is everybody restarting single file?
That I can imagine.
And then all the lapped cars were on the inside.
Well,
so
where would you start if you were single file but on the inside?
Single file lead cars were on the outside line. All lapped cars started a new line on the inside. And then they changed that to double file restarts, and all lapped cars went in the back.
Right, on the inside line. Okay. I'm sorry. When you said the all-star single file, I just figured, 1 through 30 in the line.
Yeah. But now we take it and we still double file them, but now they have a choice whether they want to be high or low.
Yeah.
Which is
Different.
interesting. I mean, some guys may be able to slice up after some pit stops. Blade Timmons gets up here to the front after a supposed jumping of the start here, which right now start will be led off by Josh Conover, and he pulls away. Good launch out front, cuts down in front of Ryan Patty, and right now out in front he goes. Jacob Malone sits second, and these two rookies are going at it yet again. Many, many races we've seen these two almost nose to tail and battling each other all over the track. But right now Malone looks like he's kind of sawing top and bottom here, trying to find a gap here. But right now that is not looking too solid here for the Castrol Edge 69 Ford.
Yeah, he's been running high, but maybe that wall's finally got.
Whoa, Smith again. Smith on a brand new set of tires finds a new way to break them in here, dropping down to 10th.
That did.
He's going to be dealing with a bit of a vibration out there as he's flat spotted the tires. Let's get up front.
Oh.
Where it looks like Dylan Banks is watching Blade Timmons and Ryan Patty duke it out here for third.
Yeah, well, he was duking it out with the wall, and I'll let you know you're going to lose that fight.
Yep. Yeah, look at Banks being able to just kind of roll through that turn trail break so much farther than Ryan Patty there. So I think he's going to take the outside. He does. Follows Blade Timmons early on the gas, and it looks like the 56 not going to be able to rotate up here as he sticks the nose in. Fantastic move, and Stella, that's kind of just shows you a little bit of racing IQ here by Dylan Banks. Just knows where to stick that car. Unfortunately, Ryan Patty does have the low line. He's able to capitalize and gets out in front of Dylan Banks. And I believe we are looking at the BenQ team of the KPR Motorsports slicing here to the inside.
They sure are. They and there's where your teamwork comes in. You get 2 of them there in a line, and man, they get close. Yeah, Ryan Patty is having a heck of a time. I don't know whether he knows he's that close, wants to be that close, or just says, I'm going for it.
As we run along here with Ryan Patty. Banks getting super close here.
Ken, your guess is good as mine.
Yeah, how come there are only 14 cars eliminations?
Yeah.
Some guys eliminated out here on the track. This being the All-Star race here at North Wilkesboro.
There were 26 All-Stars, and 9 showed for the heat. And in our open race, they only took 3. So it's kind of thin.
Yep.
But Jacob Malone is up 10 places, so definitely a hard charger for this evening.
Yep, as he sliced his way up to the front. I've been kind of keeping my eye here on Cody Reeder, who just got around Blade Timmons, who looks like he's on the march backwards again. This time not for a jump in the start or having to do a drive-through. Reeder slices through, gets up to 4th and Kleba.
Yeah.
Talk about on a roll here. Here he comes.
Oh, he just passed Malone.
Yes. Kleba right now is one of the faster drivers out there on the track. 1873, that's 10th faster than our leader. So right now, Josh Conover may have met his match as those two guys from KPR Motorsports are coming on hot. Bumping the rear bumper here. Kleba pushing Conover down the front stretch. Down to the inside, Conover unable to rotate. Yeah. And right now, we have got a new leader. It's been all Conover until now. Kleba has the lead only by a fender, half the car, and clears him. So Conover,
Wow.
in a matter of a few turns here, loses the lead and falls down to 2nd. 16 Ford now out in the lead, and now he's putting on the distance. Taking a look back here at Josh Conover. Yeah, right now this thing just sounds so much better geared here. As he is pulling through. A little heavy into one here. He's going to triangulate it and watch the distance he can put on. 6/10, 7/10 now. And still moving right now. Malone may have to figure out what he can do to his car to make that thing come back alive as Blade Timmons moves underneath him.
And personally, I think Cody Banks is just hanging out in a nice, comfortable spot. Don't get in an accident. Don't have somebody send you into the wall. And, you know, you've got time. And I don't blame him for hanging out here in the 6th.
Who?
Oh. What's that?
Did you say Cody Banks? Probably getting that tangled up with Cody Smith behind him.
Oh.
Cody Banks is an agent.
Oh, my.
All right, Jay, you better get that one. All right. Dylan Banks is now sitting 6th, Malone 5th. And I'm waiting to see. Check out Cody Smith here. He's got an opportunity now. As long as nothing bad happens here, looks like there's a little trouble going on behind him already. Yeah, that's Vincent Arthur. That's what I figured. Number 24 starting to come back in. Vincent Arthur, I believe, is down only one lap, though. Woo!
Just one.
Gets there with Malone. Already starting to cause more trouble out there on the track. Vincent Arthur moving underneath. And
Yeah, I
there's
don't think
Jay. Yeah, Frankie Munzie. Did you know Frankie's driving now? He's racing out there?
He's been racing.
Unbelievable.
He's been a car guy for quite some time. I remember watching him get punked one time by that 70s show.
Yeah, but so was Leno. Leno's a car guy, but you won't see him out there getting a ride.
No, but I mean, Steve McQueen did. Paul Newman did. A lot of guys, you know, they get out there. He's more of a tinkerer. I put that. Jay Leno.
I guess if he wanted to buy his own race team, he could.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Stella, right now we are looking at Dustin Kleba putting on some Dylan Banks time on the rest of the field here. I would probably say some of these other guys are probably waiting for this stage. Hopefully it'll come to a stop. These guys will have another opportunity here. But Stella, you remember Cody Reeder was up here following behind.
Right behind Kleba.
Yeah, well, right now he's hanging out here in 9th. About 11 and a half seconds off. I want to double check and see what happens here. See, maybe just over-rotates it here. Oh, he's loose. Oh.
No. Ooh.
Ow.
Yes. He had sudden deceleration disease.
All right. That's one way to use the brakes. Cody Reeder, 9th. Vincent Arthur, yeah. Vincent Arthur's still fighting around here. make something happen.
Well, right now he just needs to stay good so that he doesn't get another lap down. Stay on target.
He's still working it, though. He's still working to fight his way up there. I give it to him. Still, it should kind of put people in perspective of what Vincent Arthur is doing right now. You know, right now he's fighting his way here toward the front, and he's not even a lap, you know, he's a lap down, and he's passing right now Dylan Banks, who's sitting in 4th.
He's going to get it back without waiting for anybody to give him a caution.
Well, he is trying, though. I got to give it to him. Vincent Arthur was down in pit for about a minute during lap 21, so I'm sure a fresh set of tires from 24 is starting to really come into play here. Unfortunately, if only 2 tires are allowed here in the All-Star race, he's going to be on the last set. He's not going to really be able to have another opportunity in case there's a late-stage caution.
Yeah, well, looking at the race information, that is what's written. So we shall see.
Look at Vincent Arthur. There he goes past Conover. Conover sitting in 2nd. Right now, Kleba is out by almost 4.5 seconds here.
Yeah, he just has to hang on tight, because that. How many times have we seen guys just spin out all by themselves?
We take a ride along here with Vincent Arthur. You can look out the windshield, and he can see Kleba, but only for a moment. There he is, entering 1 and 2. Still working it here for Vincent Arthur. Last lap was a 19:08. That is faster than Dustin Kleba's going, but fairly close. 19:11 there by Dustin Kleba.
But are we going to run into that situation where he burns his tires off trying to get back up there?
It's a possibility. You could probably stick here a little closer here with the Josh Conover Dylan Banks battle. Right now it looked like Banks was trying to take a peek here underneath, as we should be coming to stage here very soon. Now Banks swinging high. Have to figure out how to launch off the turn here. Whoop! That's what Banks needed. Banks to the inside here. Shoot out to the line. Caution is out.
But let's see where he lands.
Well, caution came out before they
prior.
got to the line.
Yep. So he is in 3rd for the restart.
Bummer, dude.
All right, but we've been running a pretty nice, clean race here. Can't complain.
Yep, so far
Bunches
so
of-
good.
So let's see who chooses not to come down. Jacob Malone, Vincent Arthur, Tim Harper.
I'm sure we'll see Vincent Arthur have to pit here. Not yet. He'll work his way around. Jacob Malone stays out. Yeah, Harper off a good chunk of laps here. About 11 off. Malone working his way down. See where Vincent Arthur goes in places. He should have been the lucky dog, so he'll get around.
Okay.
Back down pit. So Kleba is still up front here. 4 tire change and back out. Fantastic
Okay.
time out there for Jacob Malone with a 13.82 in the box.
He offered them a bonus for finishing on time.
Whew. If it's anything like the real All-Star race that they used to run, fastest pit crew out there would then go to him.
Well, the old All-Star fastest pit crew got them the pole position. Boy, I remember. But I know this last All-Star race, they chose not to do it because of weather, or they postponed it because of weather, and then they had to cancel it because of weather. So, kind of a bummer. Pit crews didn't get to show their prowess.
Stella, we got Cody Smith up here in fourth, choosing the outside line here. He'll be lining up next to Josh Conover. Interesting call here, as right now Jacob Malone, fresh set of tires, sitting behind him here. Should be a interesting start here. We'll sit along here with Jacob Malone for the restart.
Okay. Ooh, miss.
Yeah, Malone sending it 3 wide. Timmons down the bottom. Smith. Oh, yeah. Clearance in his car for him there a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, right now, this is the battle back here in the back. Malone still shuffling down to 6th now. Yikes. Yeah, still trying to work it on here. Malone crosses over down to the bottom here of the 20 of Cody Smith. Up front, our 2 fastest guys, Dustin Cleveland and Dylan Banks, are starting to pull away from the pile here. As the 3 wide definitely opened up a huge gap for him here.
Oh, wow. Now that was definitely, I mean, I saw that one pushing him up the...
Yep, one. Let's check in on the lead. Right now, I believe Dylan Banks is making a shot here toward the bottom. Oh, caution. And just as we pull off...
What?
I think Josh... Who went around?
I don't know, but Conover's in the pit? That's not good. Oh, Nick! I'm not supposed to say that, am I? But we'll take another look. I can't imagine he just turned out of that. Do you think?
Well, didn't we have another driver do the exact same thing without a caution?
Yes, but find out why Josh Conover's in the pits. Maybe that's our caution. Oh, yeah, he has no front end.
Whoa. What happened? Is that contact with Banks?
I don't know. I was looking for the contact. You must need new glasses. Either that or go umpire for the Major League Baseball.
I'll get the drone out there.
Okay.
Oh, just loosened up.
That's bizarre. But again, yeah, I wouldn't have put a caution on that. That's no different than...
Well, I figured there was enough damage to cause some sort of debris out there.
Ah, okay.
Stella is showing when the caution came out. think Dylan Banks was making a bid here for the lead. And he did not get it.
He did not. That is the way I saw it, too. Close. But once again, he was foiled by the caution. By coming out just at an inopportune time.
A little bit of a late start here for Matthew George.
Should we dock him a day's pay for napping on the job?
I think there's just a little trouble. It looks like Cody Smith locks up that left front. Whoa! I think that was Ryan Patty that went around.
Oh my. Well, what is this? It is, I mean, I'm seeing a trend here.
Yes, those turn exits.
Unassisted left turns.
Yeah, now might be a good time for Ryan Patty to see if he can come down pit road and see if they can get that, see if he can get some of that damage repaired here.
I'll tell you, Jacob Gladelick's going to get his workout tonight in the Choose Cone car.
Oh, yeah. So far, so good. And right now, Jay is asking if shifting could be the trouble.
That would be a good question for you.
Ryan Patty, Cody Reeder, and Josh Conover still down pit here.
If they're having a party and they're not letting us know, we're going to have words. We may have to throw hands.
How about give it to them if they figured out how to make the lights blink? That would be handy.
That would be. Wonder if you can just do... Oh, there you go. Got some headlight blinking.
Yep.
Tail light blinking would be more useful.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
Should be choose this time by.
Maybe.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty. So we're coming up on just about 40 laps left to go here in the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. Many things have changed here. Safer barrier walls, pit road wall, pavement.
Well, it used to be dirt. Yes, there you go.
Concrete stands. Was dirt, yep. All right.
Oh, how about the scoreboard? That's even changed. It was the very last manual scoreboard in NASCAR. Change that out.
Can you imagine going up there and moving around like the number 48 car and then moving it up again, moving it up again? Now let's get it going here. Kleba, Banks, and Timmons, 1, 2, and 3. Vincent Arthur finally coming back into play here. I think he gets dumped one more time. He's going to go out there and get somebody. Jacob Malone hard on the brakes, getting him warmed up easily there. Just goes up and slams the wall. 3 caught in the outside of a 3 wide. Right now, that's
Well, it
Cody
has-
Reader in the middle. Matthew George, and I believe, passed for the lead here. Dylan Banks almost has him. Cleve's still holding on tight, though.
We're pushing it.
Yeah, right now, hate seeing the Conover's out of this one. Led a good chunk of this run.
Yeah, but Timmons is coming on strong.
Yeah, remember how he started in this race, and then ended up having to serve a drive-through. Jumping the start. Definitely a heartbreaker here, but I believe Banks may be safe. Right now, I think he's got the lead. Now the two guys are going to fight it out here for a second. That gives us Vincent Arthur here to the inside of Cody Smith. Smith stuck on the outside. 69 to Jacob Malone. You see him send it a little bit deeper there on the outside. Malone drops to 7th now. So far, so good by Vincent Arthur. He collects 4th. Down to lap 61. Takes the last set of tires.
I'm looking at a big gap there between the top 3 and the rest of the field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's these guys, and we find Vincent Arthur back here. He's got to make up about a second here. Now 18:55 for Vincent Arthur. And 18:52 by Timmons. Jay out there saying the Choose Cone car, the hazards are still broken from the Hartman incident.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Cody Smith, hold it.
Yikes!
That's
There
more
we
than
go.
once here tonight. We've seen Cody Smith sliding out of control.
It is.
Back on lap 19, he had some trouble, and now 89. So far, guys here in the front, everybody's staying pretty spread out here. On the track, nobody really slicing through here. Right now, still making a hell of a turn here for this race. As we get in the Goodyear blimp view, as we take a look here on top, Jacob Malone sitting 6th, Blade Timmons is 3rd.
And I'm having vertigo.
Yeah, right now, Banks is starting to pull away with this one. Right now, this looks like a repeat of a Saturday night performance. Not quite as dominating, but he is leading, and he's starting to get away. 18:31 was his best time here. 18:58 is what he's running now.
But he has only been down to the pits once.
Yes.
So we know he still has another set of tires.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be suicide for him taking tires this late on.
Oh no,
Unless he gets
only
a
if there's
caution in the next 5. But man, you saw it. Stella, you've seen him fight here all night to get to this point. I just don't see the sacrifice.
Okay, well, I'm thinking he would have a very quick pit stall, catching it because he is up 9, so he must have a pit stall closer to the back. Oh, Vincent, no wall rubbing.
Well, he's trying to use up as much of that track as he possibly can to get
Yeah.
a good dive in.
That's what I say about using the whole lane, on the expressway. I'm still in my lane. I'm just using all of it. Oh, he's everywhere. Dear me, he's loose.
Yeah, we're definitely keeping tuned in here to Vincent Arthur. See if he can get these tires cooled down. If he doesn't, Cody Reader is going to have him.
Got him in his sights for sure.
Matthew George starting to work here on Jacob Malone.
Josh Conover must have really broken his car.
Yes. I think a minimum of 8 minutes. How we'll play.
Yeah, he is there 13 so far.
back in on Blade Timmons here. I think Timmons was making a look here to the inside. George was as well. George singled back out. Ryan Patty's dropped down to 8th here tonight.
He's just using the full surface of the track, front to back.
Look, oh my gosh, we just tuned into that shot. Cody Reeder hard into the wall, no caution for debris. Right front toe link broken.
Wow.
Ouch.
My heavens. Yeah, we got to see that again.
Yeah. Let's see if we can double check on this. What happened to Cody Reeder? Alright, there's Reeder up front at 17. Whoop, boom!
Lord. This is a very, very unusual race tonight.
Here's an angle from Jacob Malone's look.
Ooh, narrow. I would love to see a view from inside Cody Reeder's car.
Let's see what we can do about that.
That piques my curiosity. Huh. No telling.
Yeah, oddly enough, during that whole deal, we ended up back under caution here. With the Matthew George Cody Smith issue. Oh, dude. Stella? He's gonna get it for that one. So he spins out, gets into the grass. Still has grass on the tires. And then right here. And I believe that may have caused Smith to take it straight to the garage. That thing is broken.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm at a loss. I was just kind of wondering to myself as far as him coming back onto the track, was he not going the wrong way and it would have caused a caution anyway?
Yes.
Okay. But who ran into who?
Smith ran into George.
Ah, okay. Because I was thinking he should.
You see smoke. He stopped, but then
back up.
Right.
So,
Where am I supposed to go?
So you don't think George ran into Smith? Cody Smith was running his line on the racetrack.
Yeah, I understand. Man, it's earlier. George came up the track and Smith ran into him, but Smith shouldn't have been. You know what? George shouldn't have been going up the track. Simple as that.
Yes. Okay. Then we are on the same. But take a look at the fact that Tim Harper is now only 9 down.
Yes.
I mean, he was like 12, 13. He's still hoofing it. All right.
Lap 104, everybody came down. Dylan Banks
Yes, he
took
did.
4 tires while everybody else had an 8.5 second pit stop time. I believe him and Jacob Malone are the only ones on fresh tires.
Yes. Yes, they are. Well, with 13 to go, this should be interesting.
Yep.
Pit truck is off. So are we.
Right now, Banks needs to be careful. He's got to wait for these tires to get ready. Only needs about a lap to get it done. back up front here. Time is just ticking away.
Yeah, but if you're looking at Banks, he's already come up to third. Arthur following him.
But he's just fighting so much dirty air to get up there. So Timmons and Kleba definitely getting out front here. 9 to go. Banks starting to get it rolling here. Kleba out, sitting second. Timmons has the lead and he's pulling away.
Hey, darn. Look at that. Timmons back in the lead again, where he started.
Yep. Definitely why you don't quit. Tim Harper continues the roll here as Matthew George sits in pit road. That moves Harper up to 7th. Right now, I think Banks is going to need to start making up a lot of time here.
We're also looking at Ryan Patty is out. That would move Tim Harper to 6th.
Hey, don't quit.
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking to myself. What?
Banks with a bad turn.
Oh.
Adds a half a second.
Oh. Yeah, Malone continues to have kind of a dismal evening. He is almost 10 seconds back, and he was the other one who took new tires. Ooh. Ooh.
Loosened up a little too much here.
Oh my. Yeah, he's in survival mode now, I would venture to say.
Well, he's still going to finish on the top 5.
He is, but this is carefully. It's like a big mouth bass on you.
3 laps left to go here at North Wilkesboro. Still, this race has been full of excitement, definitely full of problems, trouble, technical difficulties. This thing's had everything.
It has. It has. And I don't want to do it again.
Still racing it through. Right now, Kleba's going to have to reach in this hat. Pull out a rabbit here if he's going to want it. 3/10 behind.
It is possible, but I don't think Mr. Blade's going to make it easy on him.
Oh, Kleba trying to triangulate these turns. Just not enough here at this track. Does reel him into a 1/4 of a second here. Kleba trying to send it. Nope. Nope, unable to get it. So Blade Timmons comes away with the win here. Not bad. Timmons,
Nope.
Kleba, Banks.
Vincent Arthur, Jacob Malone finish off the top 5, and the last one racing, but not quite on the lead lap. Tim Harper's in 6th. The other fellows are still trying to get back out of pits. Timmons has an unusual variation of the donuts.
That he does. Job here by Blade Timmons. We're going to cut away, grab our guys here, Stella, and let's go ahead and talk to him here before we get before Blade Timmons runs for me again.
Oh no. Okay.
everybody. Quick on the draw here. Dylan Banks, man, you barely made it and just barely made it here on the podium as Vincent Arthur was definitely starting to barrel down on you here. Talk to me about the tire strategy here right toward the end.
Yeah, I was obviously hoping that thing would stay green. I had it in the bag. Caution comes out, I go down. I wasn't thinking. I took four. Should have took two. If I took two, probably would have been a different story. But shout out to Blade. Uh, he's always been a good teammate to me, and all the guys at Flatline have always been good to me. So shout out him for the win. Um, but yeah, I can't blame the guys for taking two because it worked.
You almost went back-to-back wins here at North Wilkesboro. So is that all you're saying is a couple tires and we may have had this one?
Oh yeah, for sure. If it stayed green, I'm not gonna say I had it, but if it stayed green, it was a good possibility that I was gonna come out on top. But even if I went down the pits and took two tires, it probably would have been the same result. But just wasn't thinking. That's on my end. Just dumb old Dylan making dumb decisions. It happens.
Nah, that's all
But
right.
yeah, it happens. Just uh, grateful that one of us guys got it. So congrats to Blade for the win. Um, I wouldn't change anything.
Man, oh man, oh man. Well, we leave the All Star race and go to where they used to hold the All Star race, Charlotte. Confidence level heading there.
That's pretty good. I ran some laps last night. Feels good. Long race. Even in the league races, it's still a long race. It's a big track. But yeah, feeling good. Ready for Charlotte.
All right, well, we'll see how your setup holds up to these guys. Shout out time.
First I want to shout out. I know this is a fixed series, so I won't shout out EPI, but um, shout out all the guys at Flatline, week in and week out. They are always on top of the game. They've helped me in this series, and I can't thank them guys enough. Shout out Josh for allowing me to take over his car because um, he was running the 48 for a while, and he knew that was my favorite number in NASCAR. I'm a Bowman fan, so he allowed me to hop in the 48, and I'm trying to show why I belong. Shout out Jay as always, pulling me on. I appreciate you, Jay. All love, man. That's the man right there. And lastly but not least, shout out you guys. You and Stella always do a great job in the broadcast booth week in and week out. So wouldn't be nothing without y'all guys. So shout out y'all.
Oh gosh.
All right, Dylan, appreciate you, man, but I don't know. You might want to scrap this broadcast. We had about 10 to 12 fumbles here tonight, but
Hey,
we made it
nobody's
through, man.
perfect. Nobody's perfect. I didn't win tonight. It happens.
All right. Dylan Banks, congratulations on your third place finish, man. Too bad it couldn't be back to back wins, but hey, we got Charlotte coming up next. You got plenty of chances. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, that moves us to Dustin Kleba, our second place finisher here. Dustin Kleba, man, oh man, your car was on a rail there for a while. Talk to me about the last pit stop here.
Oh yeah. Well, a backup before that. I was running behind Banks, and I could tell Blade was just faster than me, so decided to let him go. I figured the field was strung out. We weren't going to get a caution, hoping Blade would go up there and drag them both back. And of course, as soon as I do that, caution comes out 2 laps later, and uh, there's a Christmas present, birthday present to Blade. So he deserved it though. He's quick. Had a hell of a car. I mean, obviously, he knows how to get around here, sweeping the weekend. But yeah, I took 2 tires there at the end. I probably wouldn't have taken tires at all, but that first run when we were able to make some moves with only 20 lap old tires, and then we came in and pit, and everyone else had 20 lap tires, and we had fresh tires. We were able to make some moves, so I figured fresh tires would do something. So I just packed her full of fuel, took rights. Hopefully, it would turn, and it did, just not quite as good as Blade. Props to him. He ran a super clean, perfect 15 or so laps there, and I was able to find some momentum there off of 1 and 2, about the last 2 laps. And if I could have found that maybe 2 or so laps before that, could have made it interesting. Still don't know if I could have passed him. I mean, like I said, he ran a perfect race, so props to him. But yeah, we'll survive and go on to the next one.
All right, the next one being Charlotte. Confidence level.
I don't know, dude. You guys have been watching me. Like, I feel like I lead every race, and then I hit a goose on the track or something. Like, I don't know. It's been a frustrating season. I wish I could say I've been having fun, but it's been pretty rough. I've had a lot of bad luck, but hopefully this is turning things around. I enjoy Charlotte. Last year was the famous race where I was leading, and Cody, my teammate, decided to just take a hard right and absolutely plow into me on green flag pit stops. So hopefully we used up all the bad luck last year, and this year we can maybe have some good luck and try and get a top 5.
Well, yeah, I I agree with that, man. I don't green flag, pit stop, and your own teammate hit you.
Yeah, you know for sure that I'm never gonna let him forget it. But I think if I remember right, I repaid him the favor and absolutely ran into him in a truck race. So there was a while
Mm.
there we were just we couldn't get away from each other. But different season, things have really changed. Cody's really stepped it up this year. He's kicking my butt, doing a great job representing the brand and our team. And yeah, he's swept a weekend already, gotten a couple wings here in the Cup Series, and chasing down the points lead in the Truck Series. So he's doing a great job, and I'm just trying to catch my breath, catch up to him.
All righty, go ahead and give me your shout outs about Venku here, and tell me what all the people out here watching you.
Yeah, of course, you've heard the spiel. Cody's been on the podium so much, I'm sure everybody's got it memorized. But shout out to VanQ. Thanks to them for coming on board. Any type of outdoor adventure you guys are looking for, feel free to check them out. Shout out to my family. Good to finally talk to them first time this season. Good time to talk to you first time this season. Been so close so many times. But I want to shout out to my fellow Iowans out there. Sounds like everybody I know is doing safe and just a couple power outages. But shout out to those guys. And yeah, thanks to you guys for doing the broadcast. And of course, thanks to all the league admins for putting this on. Shout out to Cody Height. Go watch his YouTube. Cody Height on YouTube. He's a cool dude. So okay, sorry. I had like 4 months of shouting out to do. I think I'm done.
All right, Dustin.
Oh, good.
Congratulations on your second place finish, and we'll be rooting for you at Charlotte.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Yep. All righty, that is Dustin Kleba, and we finally get hold of the man, the myth, the legend, Blade Timmons. Blade, dude, talk to me about this race, man. How do you keep your head on straight after a kind of a jump at the start?
Yeah, about the same as last night, right? I boo-booed and had to fight adversity. I knew this VR thing. Only ran it last night and tonight, and I didn't think to look over my left shoulder and see how far I was ahead of Josh. So, yeah, that bit me in the tail a little bit, but we fought back and we got it done.
Man, oh man. Well, ended up with a drive-through early on. Did any well-timed cautions help you out here?
Oh, absolutely. That last caution was huge. Dylan definitely had the fastest piece tonight, in my opinion. Dustin let me by, which was probably a bad call there, and then that caution flew, and Dustin made a bad, or Dylan, excuse me, Dylan made a bad pit strategy. They were taking 4 with not very many laps to go, so that helped me get back out front with the number 2 pit stall. So we things went our way this last 2 nights, that's for sure.
Man, oh man, definitely works out in your favor here tonight. I know you're definitely a busy man, but you got busy out there on the track, kind of shooting through some of the gaps out there. I noticed you kind of had a little trouble around Vincent Arthur a little bit out there. You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
I'm gonna be honest, I had no clue what happened. I don't know if he washed up or I came down. Like I said, I'm new to this VR thing, so I can't. I'm not used to looking to my left and my right yet, instead of just peripheral in my 3 screens. So I don't know if he came up and he hit my left rear or not. I hate it for him because obviously he's a teammate, and I always want to see my teammates do good. So if it was on me, I'm pretty sure he'll let me know and we'll discuss it.
All right, man. Well, Charlotte ends up coming next. Talk to me a little bit about that one, and kind of what's the hardest part about that track.
It's bigger than short. That's the hardest part. I'm a short track guru, man. So these bigger tracks, these 1.5 miles and bigger, these boys, they're on their A game 9 times out of 10. So pit strategy always plays a part in them, and just being a little bit more patient and less aggressive, which is I can do both. I can do the short track mentality and I can do that mentality, but they usually it's usually hard to scrape a win off these boys on them tracks.
Yeah, well, you have another chance after Worldwide Technology Raceway in Iowa coming up here in the next month. You'll have a definitely an opportunity to revisit some short tracks out there. But Blade, let me go ahead and get your shout outs while I got you here.
Appreciate y'all for being in the booth. Appreciate Josh for putting on a heck of a league. Appreciate the old lady for letting me sit in this sim rig as much as I do. So we're gonna keep it short and simple and get on out of here.
All right, Mr. Timmons, appreciate you, buddy, and congratulations on your win.
Appreciate it.
All right, Stella, that's going to do it for us for tonight. Kind of a roller coaster of a ride there, especially for Blade Timmons. Jacob Malone nailing down 5th. Josh Conover led some races, finished 11th. Just more and more trouble out there for some of these guys, and I'm hoping this will kind of settle down before we get to Charlotte.
Yeah, it's kind of rough when the race ends with 6 guys on the top and 6 guys in the pits. So it's a rough night as far as that goes. But I mean, 120 laps. We have 5 cautions. One of them being stage. That's not hateful, as you say. But yeah, Charlotte. Let's pick ourselves up, brush ourselves off, and start all over again. Was my grandmother's saying.
Alrighty, 4 turns, definitely an interesting front stretch, and the tunnel turn coming out of 4. Guys are going to be trying not to get loose and slam into the wall out there in these next gens. But appreciate you guys hanging out with us here at Syntrax Broadcasting, bringing you the National Oval Racing Association. Be well, be safe, be kind. We'll catch all you guys next time.